You know what? Just sink through the shit.
Bjorn!
Bye!
And one more thing, Ilsa. Michelle had the class to keep it a secret, and you didn't. You are now going to tell me that Jojo is Michelle's daughter.
I regret how it all turned out, but I don't regret my love for him. Also, not for the time we spent together.
Now that Marjan's husband has died, Ilsa wants to come clean. She wants to support her friend financially. But is the affair with her friend's husband the only secret? It's a lovely Sunday afternoon. Ilsa has an antiques business and organizes a high tea for friends every month.
These are the high teas that I organize on Sunday afternoon. That is amazing. It's very pleasant. And it is also extremely good for me in terms of business. It attracts all kinds of people, including people with a business in the city. So that's going very well.
I'm certainly proud of my sister. What she has achieved on her own in all those years. Hats off. Raising her child alone is not easy either.
That girl is doing well, isn't she? You're getting so big. Incredible.
2 years ago, things weren't going well. Turnover was declining and something really had to be done. The idea was to make it a bit more luxurious. So an investment, a high tea or something else that radiates luxury. That was discouraged from all sides. The bank was against it. And it was Michelle who said to me, "You really should do that. You will get that investment back."
Michel is the husband of Marjan, a good friend of Ilsa. Ilsa has had a lot of support from him. He passed away a year ago now.
I have come to visit Michelle's grave. So this is exactly what I mean. That I could visit Michelle's grave and come across Marjan. I can't go anywhere there. Just like with the commemoration, actually. All attention went to her. And I had to swallow my sadness. I was in a relationship with her husband for 10 years. I can't blame Marjan. She is now on her own. So much went wrong after Michelle's death. She has no more money. So I would like to help her.
Ilsa can only talk about it with her brother. He was also one of Michelle's best friends.
You look so chic.
I have been to Michelle's grave.
I never knew Michelle was cheating or anything. It's that Ilsa came to me one day and told me. Cry, cry. Michelle did not want to choose her. Maybe he had chosen her after all. But Michelle has died. So we'll never know.
When I stood there, at that grave, I really realized what Michelle meant to me. And what he meant to my business that almost went bankrupt. He said, "Ilsa, you have to keep going. This is the right track."
Nobody knows that Michelle has invested a lot of money in Ilsa's business. Now that Marjan, Michelle's widow, is in financial trouble, Ilsa decides to make a gesture.
I cannot enjoy my success if Marjan is left completely destitute. And Michelle would never have wanted that either. Michelle's entire real estate construction collapsed like a house of cards. That woman has nothing left. And I am successful. My business is going great. It feels unfair that I am successful.
Ilsa and Marjan have known each other for years. But they especially supported each other after Michelle's death. Now Ilsa wants to involve Marjan in the 5-year anniversary of her business.
Hey, good to have you here.
Yes, nice.
Look,
Oh, thank you.
I received nice images from Portugal. Really something for you. Shall we go outside?
Ilsa is doing really well. She knows a lot about the business side of entrepreneurship. She is not only good at buying, which any woman can do, but also good at selling. You definitely need that. And in terms of furnishings, it is not without reason that Michelle and I had our country house decorated by Ilsa.
I have a rough idea of what I want to do. So here. At least outside. And would you like to help me with the catering?
Fortunately, Ilsa also knows her shortcomings. Because she can sometimes make the wrong choices when it comes to catering.
We have always been love rivals. Even though Marjan obviously knows nothing about it. So maybe I can make it right or put it together that way. Nice, huh? You know what? You help me, then you can take it with you.
Really? Thank you. I think that's sweet.
Ilsa has decided to come clean about her relationship with Michelle. In order not to lose respect, she has come up with a remarkable plan. She now wants to discuss this with her brother.
Hey,
Yes, I just wanted to talk to you. Michelle helped me financially with the business. I want to give Marjan something.
so. Okay. How much money are we talking about?
70,000.
That's a lot of money.
But that is the amount she deserves.
Yes, it certainly surprises me. I know he helped her with money. But I didn't know that the amount was so high. If you want to do it that way, then you have to do it that way.
I gave my best years to Michelle. That's true. But I don't regret it at all. And I don't know who is better off. Marjan or me. Marjan was able to accompany him. Openly. At dinners and holidays and such. But I knew a lot about him. I've often said to him, just stop it. But somehow she kept sticking to Michelle. She just wanted to hold on to that relationship. Bjorn thinks he knows everything about my life. But that's not true. Michelle and I have a big secret no one knows. I'm 100% sure of that.
As a single mother, Ilsa has a lot of support from her brother Bjorn. He often takes care of her daughter Jojo and helps in the business. Now she wants to reveal an old secret to him. Something she has kept secret for years.
Did it go well?
Yes, good.
Just put it here. Carefully. Honey, go buy yourself something nice. You helped a lot. Great, just put it there. Come on, let's go for coffee.
Nice.
Yes, there is really something you need to know, Bjorn. There is something you need to know. Now I can't keep it to myself any longer. Jojo is not from an anonymous sperm donor. It's from someone you know well. Who have I had a relationship with? A real relationship.
Michelle.
Yes, Michelle. Michelle is Jojo's father. Why do you think he spent so much time with her?
I would have liked to know what happened.
I didn't want to leave you out. But I just couldn't. It's a horrible situation. I had to carry a secret with me all the time. And I have to tell Marjan later too.
Are you going to tell Marjan?
I have to tell her. Imagine that you just heard that your man, who you thought you're the most important to, actually loved someone else very much and has a child with him. Ilsa will soon have jealous feelings. Because Marjan gets along well with Ilsa's daughter Jojo. Marjan is really taking over my daughter or something. I don't really understand where that comes from.
Bjorn comes up with a special plan to donate money to Marjan.
You put 10,000 euros in an envelope. You throw that through the letterbox. And see how she reacts.
Marjan responds positively to the first anonymous donation. But on the second attempt it goes wrong.
Marjan did not say anything about the amount she received. Even though she did that the first time. I don't know at all what's going on.
Ilsa takes her daughter Jojo to Marjan. She wants to slowly reveal her secret. But an unexpected statement from Marjan makes Ilsa wait.
Hi.
Hi. You've never been here before. I'll show you around in a minute. But would you like something to drink first?
A glass of water, please.
Would you also like something to drink? Yes, nice. Would you like to come along? Do you know what I did? I bought your favorite cookies.
Just imagine. Then you first live in a fairly large house with nice things. And then you have to make that transition to a simple terraced house. That seems intense to me. I am impressed.
A lot of people feel sorry for me, since my financial situation has deteriorated quite a bit. But I don't have a problem with it myself. I had very nice and golden times with Michelle. But those years are behind me. Everything I did with Michelle I wouldn't even do or want to do without him.
Nice photo of Michelle.
I still miss him every day.
I can imagine.
It wasn't really a man standing in the background either.
It wasn't exactly a dead bird. No.
Everyone knows Michelle for his busy, jovial, extroverted qualities. But you know, he had his insecurities too.
Yes.
Yes, certainly.
I thought it was a bit arrogant, like that he only shared that with her. I was almost about to tell her the truth.
After all this time, I have found resignation in Michelle's death. And I like that he has meant so much to everyone. Everyone misses him, and when people talk about him, they smile. That's nice to notice.
A few days later, Marjan asked Jojo to help her figure out which dishes would be tastiest for the anniversary.
Are we going to taste them all? Yes. Shall we taste this first? Then you go first. She really knows it. Tasty, tasty, right?
Oh dear. Marjan is really taking over my daughter or something. And I don't really understand where that comes from.
Shall we try another one, Jojo? Yes, this one. Mozzarella. Very tasty. Actually, we like everything. We can choose everything.
You just can't choose everything, dear.
Why not? You know what, Jojo? Will you put this in the refrigerator for a while?
Nice how you deal with Jojo.
Thank you. Nice to hear.
Don't you ever think? I actually would have liked to have a daughter too.
No,
Really not?
really not. Actually, it has never been an issue in the first place. We wouldn't have been able to travel so much and do fun things if we had had a family. So no.
Top. Michelle certainly wanted children. But not with Marjan. And I think that Marjan must have felt deep down that he was not 100% committed to her.
Having children has been an issue between us for a while. You think, should we start or not? But we still had so many dreams and ambitions in our work. Especially Michelle. It just didn't fit. So we decided not to do it. I think children are great. Really. As long as they're not mine.
I'm not very happy with how things are going. That Jojo now suddenly has a very good bond with Marjan. That she gets sucked into it. That was not my intention at all. Jojo will soon tell her that Michelle came here very often. That he spent a lot of time with her. That he went to Disneyland with her. Maybe I was stupid for seeking recognition in this way. As Michelle's wife.
Ilsa doubts whether confessing her secret relationship is such a good idea. The only one who knows everything now is Bjorn. And so her brother is the only one she can ask for advice.
Hey,
Hey. Just put this here.
I've been thinking for a while. About confessing to Marjan.
What do you want?
I also think for Jojo. She deserves it too. That everyone ultimately knows that Michelle is her father.
Yes, for sure.
I can't give her that money.
Then you do it anonymously.
Sure. 70,000 euros.
Not all. Then you pay a smaller amount first. Through the letterbox.
Through the letterbox.
Yes. You know what you do? You put 10,000 euros in an envelope. You throw that through the letterbox. See how she reacts.
And if she calls the police or becomes suspicious? At first, I thought this isn't the ideal plan. And now I think maybe it's the right thing to do. It's about Marjan and not about me.
A day later, Ilsa has collected the money. Together with Bjorn, she nervously heads towards Marjan's house. I'll park it for a moment. It doesn't have to be so neat. I leave the engine running. Very quick.
Here. Good luck.
This is very crazy. Like I'm stealing something. while I'm bringing something.
How did it go?
Good. Do you think I can't do anything or something? It does feel very strange. If you look at the past and my case, I could also use money. But Michel was very principled. There is something to be said for that too. He simply wanted to keep business and private life separate. Well, and now just wait and see.
We'll hear about it.
10,000 euros. It's not normal actually. No.
Because Ilsa is curious about Marjan's reaction to the money. She visits Marjan the next day with an excuse.
Good morning.
Hey, Marjan. Hi.
Fortunately, Marjan soon brings it up herself.
Something strange happened to me yesterday.
Oh, yes?
I received an envelope in the mail with 10,000 euros in it. Because Michel was also on the verge of bankruptcy, and then came into contact with some shady characters. I feel like... So I made an appointment with the police anyway.
No, you shouldn't do that. If you go to the police, it ends up in one big pile with the curators and it's gone. I really wouldn't do that if I were you. And I think it's just someone from your circle of friends. That thought Marjan doesn't need to know who I am. But I want her to get that money.
Maybe you're right.
It went better than I expected. She almost went to the police. But I think it turned out well. I don't know how she will react when I give her the rest of the money. But for now, it feels good to do this for her.
After this reaction, Ilsa quickly wants to give the rest of the money to Marjan. She is going to ask Bjorn if she should do it the same way.
I think things turned out well for Marjan.
Yes, did it go well?
It was a bit bizarre. She came to me with that story. She said immediately, "I think I should go to the police." I said, "No, you shouldn't do that. Maybe it's from a friend. That's a shame. Just use it." And I think she picked that up well. So I think I'll take care about the rest too. But not in the same way. Because then she will definitely go to the police.
Do you know what else we can do? You told her she might have gotten it from a friend. Then I am that friend, right?
Okay.
I'll just say that I borrowed money from Michel at the time. Then I'll just transfer that to her. Or at least, I just find a subtle way to get that to her. It will be all right.
Then don't make it a sad story. She's not going to believe that.
The next day Marjan is busy for the anniversary party. Because Bjorn handed over the money to Marjan last night, Ilsa expects at least a response from her.
Hey Marjan.
Now that you're standing here, I want to ask you something. That champagne. It's really hot. Wouldn't it be more convenient if we serve it at the beginning? Instead of only after the speech?
Well, I don't know.
I think so. because then it is still nice and cool.
Okay, that's for you to decide.
Okay, then we'll do that.
That was it?
Yes, that's what I wanted to ask. Do you want to know all the details now?
Of this? No, this is okay. Yes, nothing? Okay, thanks. I'm extremely worried. I find it so strange that Marjan didn't tell me anything. Even though we did talk about the first envelope. Maybe she went to the police after all. I can't just ask Marjan. I don't know how to explain it all anymore.
Ilsa is not comfortable with the money issue. She hopes to hear from Bjorn how the transfer went.
Bjorn did not mention any problems. I don't know at all what's going on. We are talking about 60,000 euros. Huge dilemma. Horrible. It is very difficult for me because Bjorn is my brother. When I confront him about this, I am actually accusing him.
How is it going?
Well, not so good. So I haven't heard anything from Marjan at all.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, that is very crazy. That's very strange.
You know, that money. I did it in a slightly different way than we discussed. I went there. I wanted to put it all in an envelope. But 60,000 euros does not easily fit into one envelope. Then I had to go to the bookstore. I got 3 envelopes. I spread it over 3 envelopes. And then I threw it through the letterbox. And then I drove away.
Okay.
I put that money through the letterbox. 3 different envelopes.
Just one after the other. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, just one after the other. Come on, Elsa, you can really trust me.
And did you still keep the receipt for those 3 envelopes?
Did you keep the receipt? You don't trust me or something?
Well, you have your own company, so you keep receipts. Is quite normal.
I don't keep receipts for that amount of money, and you can trust me.
Marjan must have a good reason not to tell.
I'm not too happy with her reaction. Like she doesn't trust me. I helped her with the money. I'm her brother. I won't steal money from her or anything. And why didn't you just tell me this story? Which is quite different, straight away. Now I'm getting very delusional, of course.
I understand that.
I just don't feel like arguing with you about it. I think I'm doing you a favor with that. So I did it my way. I just threw it in the mailbox, that's it. And you will really have to trust me on that.
Then I will hear from her soon. I don't think this is a strong story, but what should I do? It's hard for me to search that entire workshop for money. And I can't ask Marjan without telling everything.
Ilsa has had a secret affair for 10 years. With the husband of her friend Marjan. Now that business is going well, Ilsa wants to use her lover's investment to help Marjan. But then it turns out that Bjorn cannot be trusted. At her wit's end, Ilsa decides to come clean. She has nothing left to lose now.
I'm just sure that Bjorn stole that money. I find that incredible. That's money that belongs to Marjan. I can only uncover the truth if I reveal some things myself. Basically just everything. Can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes, of course. Come on in.
What I want to tell you is actually the basis for it. That I have visited you so often now. Did you perhaps notice that something was going on between me and Michelle?
I have no idea where you want to go now.
Yes, when he was still alive. Did you notice anything about Michelle? You must have noticed that, right?
You mean you had a relationship with Michelle?
Yes, that's what I mean. And not a year or so, Marjan, 10 years. I'm also really done with all that lying and twisting. It also makes me really tired, you know? That's why I want to throw things on the table now.
I find it so strange that she waited so long to tell me this. And then come up with such excuses to contact me. Are you proud of it?
No, I'm not proud of it.
So you're sorry?
I regret how it all turned out, but I don't regret my love for him. Also, not for the time we spent together. I find it very difficult to tell you this, but there is proof of the real love between me and Michelle.
I'm sure you're referring to Jojo. You are now going to tell me that Jojo is Michelle's daughter.
Okay, Jojo, you're going to bed. Brushing teeth and putting on pajamas.
Can I watch TV some more?
No, Jojo, you have school tomorrow.
Ilsa is nervous. That same evening Marjan called her. She still wants to discuss something.
Yes, I thought I'd walk around the back.
That's okay. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you. I'm actually here to tell you something short and sweet. I agreed that you would have a child together. If you love each other, sometimes you agree to things which might not be in your system. I agreed that he was in a relationship and even fathered a child with Ilsa. And he agreed to things that I ultimately decided. And if love is good, if everything is good between each other, then anything is possible. I was so angry with you and especially with Michelle when I found out about your affair. But we worked it out. We have made a very clear agreement, Michelle and I, that no one would find out that Jojo is Michelle's child.
You don't think I believe this?
And one more thing, Ilsa. Michelle had the class to keep it a secret, and you didn't.
Unbelievable, so I've actually been a surrogate mother for the child that Michelle wanted so badly, while she had the nice trips with him. Without the worries of children, incredible.
A few days later, after Marjan's bizarre revelation, Ilsa changed the anniversary party for a high tea party. The atmosphere is cutthroat because her rivals are just there.
Nice, friends, that you are here. I had announced a big anniversary. That's not it, you can see that. I want to explain why that happened. I was able to think about what I thought was important. Celebrating a business success. Or celebrating the fact that I have a warm group of friends with me. Friends with whom I have shared joys and sorrows for years. And of course I choose the latter. So, cheers. Nice to have you here.
When Ilsa withdraws from the party for a moment, she notices something unusual.
I walked outside and I saw a Sprinter new bus with Bjorn's white dice on the rearview mirror. And he can come and explain it.
Hey, where's that dent?
You have a nice new car.
That's not my car, if only it were so.
This is not your car?
No, what do you mean?
Why are those dice hanging there?
This is a loaner van from the garage. Because that old barrel is finally getting repaired. And I always have those dice with me in every car.
In a loan car, Bjorn?
Also in a loan car.
So you didn't have, for example, 60,000 euros left somewhere?
Sorry, what are you doing?
Come on, Bjorn.
You know what? Just sink through the shit.
Bjorn!
Bye!
A month later we are back with Ilsa. Since the confrontation with Marjan, they have ignored each other as much as possible. Today Marjan comes to talk, but she doesn't want to say what.
Hi. You wanted to discuss something?
Yes, that's right. After everything that has happened before, I started looking through Michelle's papers. I now know that Michelle left a trust fund to Jojo. It concerns an amount of exactly 70,000 euros. Here you have proof of that, you can see it. Did you know about that money?
When my business was going badly, Michelle gave me money, yes. And I put that into my business, because I needed it.
I became suspicious when I received the 10,000 euros in the mail. And all those forced overtures from Ilsa, that was just not right.
I used that money without Michelle knowing. To put it in my business, otherwise I would have gone bankrupt. With the intention to put that money back. That was my plan.
And that 10,000 euros, what was that? Did you think you could get away with that? Was that hush-hush?
You mean what was thrown in your mailbox? No, that was not to silence you, that was meant for you. You were left completely destitute by Michelle. And my class is that I wanted to give you money. To help you.
And the rest of the money? Where is that 60,000?
Also meant for you.
Where is it then?
Where is it then?
I have no idea, just tell me.
Marjan, that money was also put in your mailbox. We are talking about 3 times 20,000 euros. In 3 different envelopes. Didn't that arrive in your letterbox?
No. No idea. I don't want to make it difficult for you. I have Jojo's best interests at heart.
Listen, Ilsa. As executor of the will, I have to ensure that that money ends up in Jojo's trust fund.
I'll ask you one more time. Didn't you receive it?
No.
That was put in your mailbox.
I didn't receive anything.
So I give you 5 years to €1,000 in installment back into the trust fund.
A few weeks later, Ilsa and Jojo pick up the thread again. She no longer has contact with Bjorn.
Actually, I should never have agreed to Michelle and Ilsa's affair. I never felt good about it. But I'm glad it's out in the open now. Ilsa and I know why we treat each other like that. Because yes, we will continue to meet each other.
I finally told Jojo that Michelle is her father. She wasn't even surprised, she is of course still relatively young. But the story for Marjan, that she was aware all this time really shook me. And I still struggle enormously with my memories of Michelle. I'm actually just wondering if I haven't simply settled for too little. Whether I simply paid too high a price.